There are many things I can do. I can be a computer programmer, a translator, a teacher. My opportunities are out there waiting for me. But there are barriers. I am blind. This does not define me or my dreams, but it does make those dreams harder to reach.
Okay, everyone, let's get going here. We are going to be talking more about the Civil War today. Specifically, we're going to be talking about some of the things that caused the war. Some of you have asked if you could know when things would be on your upcoming tests. This will be on your midterm test. Not only will it be on your midterm, but because I am such a nice teacher, I will tell you it'll be an essay question on the midterm. So take good notes and get your online textbook open to Chapter 8, Section 3. We are going to start with a community reading at halfway down the page with the bold title stating King Cotton Diplomacy. Jesse, I sent you this section last night. It should be in your email. And Kameli, you get to start reading when you get it up. Read the first paragraph, and then the next goes to the seat on your left, and so forth until the end of the row.
Oh, great. I don't think she's far from me. She might be in my row. I wonder how many seats until I have to read.
If you're not reading, make sure you're writing down your thoughts. We are going to have a Socratic discussion on Friday, so start thinking about that as we do some of the info gathering.
If slavery was the cornerstone of the Confederacy,
Come on,
cotton
start
was its
already.
foundation. At home, its social and economic institutions rested upon cotton. Abroad, its diplomacy centered around the well-known dependence of Europe upon an uninterrupted supply of cotton from the southern states.
Finally.
Frank L. Oswell, Jr. On the eve of the American Civil War in the mid-1800s, cotton was America's leading export, and raw cotton was essential for the economy of Europe. The cotton industry...
Wait, did that go too fast for you? Let's back up for a minute. So my machine duplicates a visual spinning wheel that you are all quite familiar with. That initial booting up sequence takes far longer than I ever wanted to, but I'm stuck. The student help desk can't really make it go faster. I open up my mail program and open up Gmail. Now this is where things get fun. My cursor goes over every item in the menu bar that you sighted people get to just skip over because you know it's there waiting for you. It is approximately 11 clicks to get through the menu bar. That's not really too bad. It's 53 clicks to get to my online text and biology. Not that that helps much because my biology book is mostly diagrams, but I digress. Now I've got to my inbox where my teacher has sent me the reading for today. Only I can't visually scan down the lines like all you do to find my teacher's email and click on it. Instead, I have to read the first few letters of every bit of mail in my inbox to see which is Mr. Green's. That might not sound too bad. In an elementary school, it worked just fine. But now I have 7 different teachers, 2 group projects, and places like Discovery Education sending me stuff on a daily basis. Today, Mr. Green's link to a Google Doc was the 10th item in my inbox for the day. That may sound nasty to have to do all that to just get to the link, but it's child's play compared to what comes next. The text document. My Braille reader only has 32 cells. That means that to find the bold title that we're supposed to start with, something about King Cotton, I need to scan every couple of words just like I scan through my email. One group of words at a time. I don't get to use vision to spot the line halfway down the page. Finding any starting point that isn't at the beginning of the document is always fun, and I mean that quite sarcastically. King, 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 king. Okay, so I finally found where the class started, but I haven't been paying much attention to what's going on in class, and that's about to bite me.
Jesse, you got that up?
sir. I'm still trying to find my place.
Okay, we'll just skip it for now and come back to you.
Yep, practical. I get it. Class has to keep moving. But that's twice now that the teacher pointed out verbally to the rest of the class that I'm different, that I'm deficient, and we're less than 2 minutes into class. Going to be a long one today.
Secretary of War under U.S. President Franklin Pierce and former U.S. Senator strongly supported what became known as King Cotton diplomacy. Confederate leaders believed that
So now I get to start trying to pull a full sentence from what's being read in class and try to find them in all my Braille. I can't just focus on a word or two like I did with the title, because I can't be certain that those words will fall at the beginning of my 32-cell search pattern. I could try to just find US, but it could get lost between my scanning. So I need to remember more words and read more words. Sometimes I just have to read all of the text. But Braille isn't like the letters that you read. It's a code. This symbol, for instance, could be the letter B, the number 2 if it's preceded by a numeric indicator, or if it's all by itself, it's the word but. Could be the word B, or the letters BE at the beginning of a word, BB if it occurs in the middle of a word, a semicolon at the end of the word. All of this really to say, my reading speed sucks. And the chances of me catching up with the other students reading aloud, well, that's probably not going to happen. So at this point I can continue to try and find my spot so when Mr. Green circles back to me I have text to read, or I can just give up trying to find my place and listen. Listening might be my best bet. I could at least find out something about cotton and the Civil War and stuff. But at my last IEP, the teachers said I didn't engage in class enough, that I sat and listened, didn't read my lessons, even though I had access. So yeah, there's that too. Don't know what to do. I wonder what's on today's menu. Hope there's some veggie pizza.
Mississippi, the nation's largest cotton-producing state, was economically and politically dependent on cotton, as was the entire South. Indeed, it was the South's economic backbone. When the southern
Okay, for tomorrow, I want you all to write up a few sentences about what you see in the cotton production map. Be prepared to present in your discussion groups why this map is relevant to the start of the Civil War.
Mr. Green?
Yes, Jesse.
About that map?
Oh, yes. I got it sent to Ms. Lincoln. She said it would be drying on the rack overnight, and you will have it for class tomorrow.
Okay, thanks.
So after discussion groups tomorrow, we'll be splitting into some role play.
What Mr. Green doesn't understand is that the map won't make sense to me. I usually have to go over textual maps and graphs and diagrams with an aid before I can interpret what's happening on them. I don't have a study hall before this class. That means I will just be listening again during discussion tomorrow. I'm hoping my classmates can describe the map. At least it's just a discussion and not a map for a test. Miss Lincoln does a nice job with textual diagrams, but they take time to make, and usually they're not ready when they come up in class.
Jesse, could you stay after the bell to talk about whether your equipment can access the Socratic seminar documents?
Yes, sir. Oh, shoot. I needed to go grab volume 53 for geometry during the passing period from the vision office. I'm going to be late, and Miss Bennett will mark me tardy. Gotta remember to ask Mr. Green for a pass.